All right, to verify if the two functions are inverses of each other, we need to see, does the function completely undo the other function? And the way that we test for that is to take it and plug it in to the other function and see if everything completely cancels out. So we get 3 times x plus 2 over 3, and then minus 2. Those cancel out, and then I'm left with x. So because everything canceled out, that means that they completely undid each other. Yes, they are inverses of each other. Let's look at the next one. If I take this and I plug that in, I get 5 times x over 5, plus 7, and then minus 7. Now, nothing cancels out here. Nothing's going to reduce there. So because nothing's going to cancel out and nothing's going to reduce, they will not undo each other, right? Like I have to distribute that 5, and I'm going to get 5x over 5 plus 35 minus 7. Yeah, those 5's cancel out now, but I have x plus 28. They didn't completely undo each other. Therefore, they're not inverses. For number 4, it says find the inverse of the following. Now to find the inverse, this is where we switch the x and y and then get y by itself. So we're going to switch the x and y, and now I'm going to get y by itself. So minus 7 on both sides. Divide both sides by 3. And there's my answer. For number 5, add 7 to both sides. Divide both sides by 4. And then you cube root both sides. Now, if you notice on this one, I didn't switch the x and y first. You could switch it also at the very end if you wanted to. It's just at some point, you've got to switch the x and y. And we're going to talk about why in the next lesson. For this one right here, switch the x and y. Right, and now you just got to get y by itself. A few things to note about this. If it's a function, so in this instance, because there's no plus or minus here, you can use that inverse notation. For the last 3 here, where it says solve number 7, this is quadratic, so we got to solve it with quadratic. This is absolute value, right? So this is where we do the whole plus or minus thing. And then we can just get x by itself, subtract 4, multiply it by 2, etc.